Two deputies are at home recovering tonight after being shot in Wythe County last night.
And we now know the accused shooter was a former Florida police officer with a history of violent incidents.
The shooting happened when the sheriff's office responded to a domestic call last night at Ricky Delk's home just outside of Wytheville. Shortly after they arrived, they say he opened fire, hitting two deputies, Chief Deputy Charles Foster and Deputy Chris Coleman. Police returned fire, hitting Delk, who's still in a hospital tonight.
This picture that you're looking at here is of Ricky Delk from 10 years ago when he and his then wife were both officers in Florida. Tonight, 10 News reporter Shane Dwyer has been digging into Delk's past and learned he's had multiple run-ins with the law.
He has a 9mm Glock to his head. Sit down. Sit down. It's already been done. They're on the way.
That's the voice of Ricky Delk's then wife in 2010 on the phone with 911 from their home near Daytona Beach. It was a story that made our sister station's headlines as Daytona officer Ricky Delk at the time threatened to kill himself and harm her, a former cop herself, both seen here in this picture. The local sheriff's office responded and eventually had him committed. He was on antipsychotic meds and faced charges for shooting in the house, among other things, but all were eventually dropped, although he never was a cop again. Now present day in Wythe County, a lot of similarities, with Sheriff Keith Dunnigan says they responded for a domestic and the guns came out quick.
One of the deputies heard a stick break and turned around, and she saw him with the gun, and she was able to warn everybody else.
He says Delk fired multiple times, hitting two deputies before police shot him. He and his new wife were new to the area. Last fall, Delk asked a Florida judge to visit Wytheville to scout property. At the time, he was out on bail after another domestic incident. Records show he attacked his new wife and her family, but again, those charges were dropped too.
He had the capability to have a lot of ammunition, and he could have killed a lot of people.
Florida court records also show police tried to take his guns multiple times to no avail. Tonight, police in the area are thankful this didn't end up worse. In Wythe County, Shane Dwyer, 10 News, working for you.
The Daytona Beach Police Department had no comment on their former employee other than confirming basic information about his employment.